Hi everybody and welcome here at the 3D Experience Lab for a deep dive into innovation at VivaTech this year. I'm very pleased to be here with you, Frederic VACHER. How are you?
Good morning, Marion. I'm very good, thank you. And you?
Good morning, yes.
And welcome to the DASSAULT SYSTEMES campus.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to be here. A lot of innovation. You're head of innovation at the 3D Experience Lab. And one of the big challenges is into innovation is to match the technology with the environment. There are so many challenges, Frederic, from climate change to agriculture, good fooding, etc. How could you say more about that, about these challenges and how Dassault Systèmes is trying to support and to find solutions?
Yeah. So Marion, with Dassault Systèmes, we accelerate sustainable innovation since day one with virtual worlds in a way. Obviously, we started 40 years ago with very complex challenge like planes, like cars, like everything around you is usually virtualized with Dassault Systèmes solution, but you don't know. And agriculture and solutions for the planet are also one of our segments. For instance, we have clients doing tractors like Class or any other
we can see there just
traditional equipment, large equipment for agriculture. As you can see here, the complete mock-up of the tractor.
Yeah.
So this is I would say, the conventional relationship we have with industrials serving those needs. And in a way, it's one of the largest market sectors for Dassault Systèmes, machineries at large. So not only tractors, but machineries you can find for food processing and so on. So this is for the industries. But now for the planet at large, with the 3D Experience Lab, we try to identify disruptive projects to really impact the world.
So two of these projects you have incubated is agriculture sector, in the agriculture sector.
Yeah.
We will welcome later on the CEO of AGREENCULTURE. Can you say more about this type of projects into the lab? What about the collaboration?
So first, the 3D Experience Lab initiative started 5 years ago. Yeah. We are here at the Dassault Systèmes headquarters in Paris with the first lab we created in cooperation with partners, incubators. And second, we opened a lab in our North American headquarters in cooperation with other partners like Greentown Lab for the green tech, like the MIT, and in India. And we are under construction for Munich and Shanghai. And those physical labs are hubs to cover the main geographies. And as you understood, our lab is virtual. So it's a virtual world that theoretically operates everywhere on the planet. So we are having the capacity to accelerate and serve through our partner network project that comes from everywhere. So now the topic is to find and identify those disruptive projects. And it's not that easy to really find disruptive solutions that impact.
What about the criteria? How do you select the startups you're supporting?
We use a lot of data intelligence tools. So obviously startups can candidate on the website, but we are also digging in order to understand the weak signals, the new trends, and identify some potential other startups. So for instance, if we open this data analytics dashboard, we can here have a deep dive on the environment. Okay, those data analytics, in fact, we are radaring all the United Nations SDGs. And this one is focusing on environment. Obviously, the trend is growing. More and more people are talking about it, and it's obvious, but it's good to know it. We had a peak here. It was during the Earth Day. So sounds like the general public is talking about it. And obviously, we can find the regular topic like greenhouse gas or carbon footprint. So this is obviously the topic. But we can see now some signals about artificial intelligence, about machine learning, about robotics. So this gives us some key elements to then deep dive into those sectors and identify potential disruptors. And as you can see here now, the thing is you have conventional tractors with a farmer working with the tractors, and usually using a lot of pesticides also to manage their soil and their farming. And we can see that now combined with AI and robotics, there are newcomers that are popping up.
Yeah, and what about the startups when they come to you for the 3D Experience Lab? What is the need? Is it more technical or more into mentoring support?
It's both, actually. We provide our professional software and platform so that they use the industry standard for not only prototyping, but their challenge usually is to industrialize those projects.
Sure.
And it comes with mentors. At the 3D Experience Lab, we are a mentoring program so that every employee of Dassault Systems can take, we are 20,000 people worldwide on 140 countries, with many experts because we cover most of the industries. Mm-hmm. They can take up to 10% of their time on a volunteering basis in order to give some knowledge on how to those startups. And combining the technology, the software, plus the knowledge is really powerful for them.
For this special 3D Experience Lab inside, in a way, we want to highlight on two startups. One of them is dedicated to sustainable farming. It is AGREENCULTURE.
Yeah.
And let's now jump to the interview and the pitch. Let's go.
So let's connect with them. They are based in south of France, actually.
So hi, we welcome now Christophe AUBÉ, CEO of AGREENCULTURE. Can you hear us?
Yes, perfectly. Hi, everybody.
Let's go for the pitch of AGREENCULTURE, please.
Hi, so I'm Christophe AUBÉ. I'm CEO and founder of AGREENCULTURE. My company is designing both autonomous robots and kit for robotization for any hardware dedicated for smart farming. We do believe that using robots will help farmers to move to more sustainable food production. I mean, since our robots are light, we can preserve soil from compaction, so we can preserve soil life. Since our robot is equipped with AI capabilities, we can definitely always identify what is the need of crops and always run the good operation for crops. Since our robots are accurate, we can always offer smart farming to farmers, and we can definitely reduce the impact on Earth in using less inputs like fertilizer, for example. Since our robots are very autonomous, we can offer time to farmers to execute other activities. Robots are all designed to be definitely affordable for most European farmers, and especially for winemakers. Our R&D today is more than 45 people working on designing, testing robots. Today we have more than 30 robots working, mostly in France, on different crops. Each time, the farmers are very happy to share low added value activities with robots. Each time, farmers are very happy to imagine what would be the next implement we will put on the robot. So definitely, robot is the future for many farmers. Within AGREENCULTURE, we are happy to work with both agriculture and green robots. Our vision is to allow worldwide farmers to have access to affordable solution, allowing to support ecology, to be profitable for farmers, and definitely to support the future of farming.
Thanks so much, Christophe. That's very interesting because what we understand is that you embed two technologies, two main technologies, which I understand are robotics plus data, AI. That's correct?
Definitely correct. Basically, we do believe that if the robot is only hardware that is moving straight in the field, we lose the capability to analyze and to move forward in terms of future farming. So we need both, something that will work the soil and something that analyze always the need of crops. So we have both technologies embedded in the robots.
Frederic, we all know that farmers have a lot of pain every day. That their life is so complex. That's great to see how technologies and startups as like AGREENCULTURE is helping that community.
That's true, and here you can see the virtual twin of the smart robot from Christophe on the agriculture team. And as you can see here, this product is very complex, so a big challenge in engineering and industrialization. Sure. And we can see on the top of these robots the different main components of this project. You see here in black the sensors that will help this robot to be autonomous and radar the soil. And on the top of this robot, you have the antenna that connects to the GPS satellites to be well guided. And as you can see inside, it's not, something simple. There are a lot of components.
Yes.
And most of those components must be designed, engineered, and this is where Dassault Systèmes helps with the application, the solutions on the platform.
Christophe, can you hear me once again?
Yes.
Who are your customers? Can you say more about who are or the next maybe one?
Yeah, we have different kind of customers. The first customers we have are winemakers. We have many winemakers in France and even all over Europe that are expecting to move to more sustainable wine production. And one very basic activity is how to remove weeds. So they need. Previously, they are using chemicals, so pesticides like glyphosate, and now they expect to use a robot to remove weed around wine, and that solution is definitely an affordable solution because the robot, looks complex, but definitely in comparison with conventional tractors, it's definitely a very simple solution and definitely an affordable solution. So the first customers are winemakers, and the second kind of customers are industry of farm machinery. So they are not skilled enough to be able to run robots, so they are designing the hardware of the robot, and we are designing everything that transforms that hardware to a robot. So we are equipping the solution from our guidance solution, our positioning and guidance solution, the safety solution, so everything that transforms any hardware to a robot.
Thank you so much, Christophe AUBÉ, CEO of AGREENCULTURE.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and see you later. Bye.
From robotics to vertical farming, let's jump into that new innovation with you, Frederic.
Yes, with FUTURA GAIA. FUTURA GAIA is a French startup who wants to revolutionize the vertical farming market.
Today, produce growers are faced with a number of challenges, whether it's climate change, fresh water, or being able to sow in fertile soil. And the solution cannot wait for tomorrow. So today, FUTURA GAIA's unique turnkey vertical farms brings together scientific and traditional agricultural methods. FUTURA GAIA is the new paradigm for growers who want to improve the entire food chain to satisfy consumers. By helping farmers grow healthy and sustainable produce, offering unparalleled traceability and safety, using only non-GMO seeds, without pesticides, only using natural, living soil. With this system, farmers can preserve precious water and land resources and close the gap on food deserts by growing produce closer to the places where they are consumed at reasonable prices. So join the revolution today and learn more about Future Gaia now.
So let's jump to the interview of the CEO. We are very pleased to welcome you, Pascal.
Hello, Pascal.
Pascal.
Hello.
So that's up to you to pitch Futura Gaia, please.
Hi, I'm Pascal THOMAS, the CEO and co-founder of FUTURA GAIA. We are designing and building large-scale vertical farms. Our solution is an integration between precision agronomy with cutting-edge technology. That includes software, hardware, and a lot of robotics. Our objective is to put plants into the best growing conditions so they give the maximum of agronomic results, taste, nutritional values, and economical results. To do so, we put the best existing technology, which we adapt, create, and we try to avoid reinventing the wheel. So all our subsystems are connected through a brain, a big software brain that connects different elements. Today, we are building these solutions because humanity is facing a lot of challenges. Of course, first of those challenges is going to be demography. The second will be the climate change. And last, we need to be sure that we can feed all the population with very good products. To meet those challenges, we are using a lot digital and, of course, the 3D experience. And being part of the 3D Experience Lab is a key element for us to be sure that we can have the tools to build, prepare the systems and the farms, and then to operate them.
Well, Pascal, you mentioned a demography challenge. I found on the United Nations website that the population will be highly increased, 8.5 billion people by 2030. Do you think that vertical farming is going to be one solution before the issue?
In fact, the population is going to grow. If you look in 100 years, starting in 1950 to 2050, we will grow from 2.5 billion to 10 billion, with 8.5 billion in 2013. So that makes a lot of pressure about all the natural resources. First, the lands. Agricultural land is going to be one issue, but the main issue will be the water. We see that today agriculture is using 75% of fresh water, and by that increase of the population, we will need more fresh water, and fresh water is the key element. Vertical farming is one of the different solutions to reduce the water consumption and to reduce the land we need to use for, I would say, preparing the food for that new and increased population. And of course, the last one is how do you protect the plants from the climate change? So vertical farming, we expect it to be one of the different solutions. It's a part of the solution. We can't grow everything, but what we are going to grow will be absolutely perfect and is going to be part of that solution.
What about the plans, Pascal? Do you have any plan about implementing the solution in big cities, for instance?
So the plan is to be very close to population. So the goal also is to be closer to the population. Today, if you look in the US, a salad traveled 3,000 kilometers as an average before being eaten. So we have a plan to reuse existing buildings in our different cities and to be close to the populations. And by doing that, you have less CO2 consumption because you don't have a travel. And the second is you're going to reuse existing buildings that are already lost for agriculture.
Pascal, could you elaborate on something unique? You know, there are a lot of vertical farming projects, but yours is unique with this cylinder approach. As we can see with the digital mock-up of your project, you are growing the plants inside rotating cylinders. So what is the beauty behind this?
So there are several things. First of all, we are using soil. Most of the agriculture and indoor and vertical farming are using what they call hydroponic. We are using soil. We call it geoponic. First, that makes the plant very different because you have a real existing soil that we can really work on. And the second, with the rotation, we create an environment that the plant could find outside. So the goal is to be inside, but with all the conditions that the plant could have and could find outside. That makes our plant very different from any other hydroponic plants in terms of taste, even the way you are going to grow them. The second, we have some elements, so research is ongoing with our different engineer in agronomics, and we discovered that the rotation creates something totally unique in the way the plant works or the plant interacts with the internal ecosystem. And we see that through the different analysis that we run into labs about what are really inside our plants.
What about the patents, Pascal? So how many?
So the system is patented by a Canadian company that we import. But what we have built, it's everything that goes around the system. The system today is a one unique cylinder. We have farms, and we have here in the south of France, the first farm where you have 3-cylinder high. So we need to have robots that go and bring the cylinder down to the floor to heal or to manage the production. We have also built everything related to nutrients. If you want to be in vertical farming, you must be very precise in what you give to the plants, and we have built all of that. And of course, we have built the software that manages the entire system.
And last question for you, Pascal. Vertical farming is highly a trend for a lot of investors, around the world. I hope you have some big trend and positive trend for you, of course. But do you think with the jobs, it will create jobs in the future?
So what we try is to manage inside a farm two kind of things. Robots that's going to manage plants and I would say potentially remove people. We use robots where it's dangerous for the plants or for the people to be present. When you manage a cylinder, it's around 1 ton that are at 7 meters. When you need to move that cylinder, it's better than to have a robot that manages this. We decided not to robotize a lot of tasks and keep people. We want to keep, I would say, low-level skills people, so we can create those jobs for those people.
Thank you so much, Pascal. Good luck for the next months to come, and see you later for another discussion with an update about the company.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pascal.
Thanks to Christophe and Pascal, two innovators dedicated to tech and the environment. As a conclusion, Frederic, your takeaway?
My takeaway is we have a lot of entrepreneurs, young and senior, as you have seen, who wants to disrupt this field. It's a big topic, the agriculture, the transformation of the planet. And they benefit from the 3D Experience Lab mentoring in terms of technology, as you have seen, but also in terms of network. And in my introduction, I was explaining that Dassault Systèmes supports the industrials, like the big guys doing tractors and machineries for the agriculture. They are scaling. And the both words, the smart startups disrupting with new concepts, as you have seen, autonomous robots, but also connecting with the big guys that will help them to industrialize one way. Those two fields are very important, augmenting and enhancing the traditional agriculture and finding new disruptive way to perform agriculture in cities, like you have seen. And the two are complementaries.
Sure. So that's the end of this episode dedicated to Tech and Planet. Stay tuned for another episode here at 3D Experience Lab by Dassault Systèmes. Thank you, Frederic.
Thank you.